Divine powers are always working for us because we're doing right. See, when you start doing right, when it comes to thinking properly, then the universe just starts clicking. Everything starts coming to you at the right time, on time. You get to places you're supposed to be on time, even when you late. Don't ask me how. It's the divine power, the divine force field of the universe that goes to work for you when you get your thinking into proper alignment. I'm so glad to see you. I'm so glad to see you again. Because what I'm about to teach you, I'm about to teach you how to erase negative thinking for money. It don't get no better than that. See, that's one thing that you got to do in order to become rich. If you want to be prosperous, if you want to be wealthy, okay? You have to eliminate negative energy, all right? That was the thing that I was facing before I became awakened. I realized that I was my own enemy. It wasn't him, it wasn't her, it wasn't mama, it wasn't daddy, it was me. I will always give my attention to the television and listen to what the news was talking about. They controlled my life a little bit. I give them about 10%. I thought that the world was a really bad place. Oh, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, man. I know you done heard that one before, haven't you? I grew up listening to what other people thought about life. I grew up listening to the opinions of some negative people. Okay? And they just rubbed off on me. Go on, brush your shoulders off. So I had to get that dirt off my shoulders. And then I awakened when I realized that I could change my way of thinking from a negative thinking person to a person that thought positive things. Once upon a time, I used to think that it was not cool to not be hard, man. You gotta fight, man. You gotta curse all the time, man. You gotta be cool. You know, I thought that positive energy was for lame-os, was for weirdos, was for nerds, okay? That was just the way I grew up. See, the way you grew up influenced the way you think, okay? You could have been influenced by a negative parent. Maybe your father, you know, had negative thought patterns and they gave it to you. Maybe some kids in the classroom who you looked up to when you were younger, since they got in trouble so much and everybody in the school knew them, you thought that, oh, it's cool to act like Johnny because Johnny, he get in a lot of trouble, man. He gets attention. Okay? But the reason why Johnny always got in trouble was because of fear. Okay? Fear. All throughout the day, you are constantly in a battle with your lower self. Your lower self is like the ego part of you. It's the fearful part of you, the part of you that thinks all the negative things that could go wrong. How many people out there know somebody that always talk about what could go wrong? Well, do you got a plan B? Well, do you got a plan D? You should have a lot of plans because this will or potentially has I forgot what I was gonna say. This potentially has a chance of going wrong. I know a lot of pessimistic people. But see, you can't be influenced by that. You got to erase negative energy if you want to begin to attract more money into your life. Okay? And so when I began to change the way I thought, when I began to change the way I think about life, when I started thinking of all the things that could happen for me that are good. Oh, you know what? If I go hang with such and who, Look at all the great things that we could do. You know, when I started changing the way I thinking, man, that's when it's like life just began to just go my way. Everything that I always wanted to happen began to happen. I would be at the right place at the right time. I just began to attract more money. New ideas came to my mind because my brain was not flooded with fear, negative thinking. If you want to attract more currency, you got to have more energy. And if you want to have more energy, you got to think more positive. That's why they call money currency, because it's a current. You got to be good at attracting it with your energy, okay? Whomever is able to keep themselves in a positive way of thinking constantly will be the one that becomes successful, okay? This is one of the hardest things to do in life, is to keep your mind controlled to where you think positive thoughts. Because every day you wake up, they want to control your mind so that you can think more of fear. Then that way you can't get to the currency, because money is what? Energy. Propaganda, dogma, religion, news, all this negative stuff that is readily available for you on your iPhone, on your cell phone. Here, watch me. This is negative. First 48 hours, man. The first 48. Let's watch a whole episode of first 48 hours, man, and see how much we can fear our own life being in danger because they did negative thinking and they created a negative situation that manifested in their life. It's all around us. But you gotta be the type of person that is able to get rid of it. I got rid of negative thinking. I changed my life. I changed my mind. I changed my wallet. I changed my bank account. I don't gotta work because I think positive more than I used to. You wanna quit your job and start doing something passionate? You wanna find your purpose? The universe is like, I wonder when they're gonna awaken to the fact that all you gotta do is change your thinking to positive thinking, and all these things will be added to you. You'll begin to get money, okay? You'll begin to have more friends, okay? You'll begin to have a purpose, a passion for something in life, all because you put your mind into the proper alignment. This whole world, okay? This whole world thrives off of negative energy and fear, because we are the greatest thing that ever existed. Human beings are the greatest invention of the universe that ever existed. Yet most of us fear our very own potential. And so that's how you erase negative thinking. Realize that most of the way you think, and if you don't have the things that you have right now, most of the way you think, most of the thinking that you think, chances are you didn't create the thought pattern. Somebody else did. But you have to awaken to that fact to be able to say, okay, the way they want me to do it is not right. I mean, look at where they at. They ain't going nowhere. They ain't become successful. They ain't got nothing going for themselves. Yet, they want to tell you all the things that could go wrong for you. Don't listen to pessimistic and negative people. Okay? Don't let this world convince you that fear, false evidence appearing real, is real. Make sure that when you catch yourself thinking negative, Get away from it real quick in your mind. Get away from negative dwelling on negative energy, okay? Some of y'all dwell on negative energy for a long time. And this is what creates the next couple of hours from now. It's all about the way you think. Do you think more positive or do you think more negative? Which one is the most? If you're a positive person, the results gonna show. Your fruit will show. It will show in everyday reality. If you're a negative person, nobody wants to be around a negative person. Nobody has fun when a negative person comes around because they like Debbie Downers. They always see what could go wrong. Oh, not only does negative thinking create fear, but it also creates health problems. Diseases, bad health problems start in the mind. In the mind. Okay? Remember that. So if you want to be healthy, if you want to be rich, if you want to be wealthy, change your mindset to positive thinking and you will immediately begin to come up with more ideas on how to attract more money. Money will just come to you. It'll find a way to come to you because you think more positive than most people. Okay? So that's how I changed my life. And it's working out for the best. I have everything that I desire right now. I'm living good. I feel good. I'm radiating. I'm glowing. All because of positive energy. And you can do the same thing too. Okay? So I'm a living testimony of a person who grew up thinking in negative ways. I changed it to a positive way of thinking, my whole mindset. And then my whole life began to change right before my eyes. And you can too. Trust me, you won't regret it. As a matter of fact, if you want me to help you change negative thinking into positive thinking, just get in contact with me. Visit my website, www.thelivingroom.org, at the very bottom in the description section of this video, or at the top of the comment section. If you want to set up a session with me, get a session with me, and I will help you change and erase negative thought patterns, okay, into positive thought patterns. All right. Oh, and by the way, one of the books that really changed my life that I really suggest you to get, which is also in the description section, changed my life. It's called The Miracle Power of Your Mind by Joseph Murphy. The Miracle Power of Your Mind by Joseph Murphy. Get that book in the description section. It will work wonders in your life if you're having a hard time changing your life to thinking positive, okay? So this is how you erase negative thinking and attract more money using positive thinking. All right, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'm Treniushenderson. I love you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already by clicking my face icon. Hit that bell notification so that you can be notified every time I upload new videos every single day, like these two right here. I'll see you in the next video. Think positive. Peace.